Wow, it's light in here. It's a little too light for my. Can we close that, producer over there? Get a little less light in here. Hey y'all, KD here. KD live on YouTube, and we're back. This is our third fourth performance here on podcast. Call it a performance because that's probably what it is. My signature shades, my signature glasses so I can see. Pretty cool, pretty wild. You'll never forget that. Had my tooth done this morning. Actually lost my front tooth. They pulled the root out from the old root canal. And wow, hurt just a little bit. They dug and poked and stuck a bunch of needles underneath the roof of my mouth and outside and inside and over and under, and boom, no tooth. There it is. I got to have an implant. Never took good care of my teeth. Let me advise all you boys and girls out there, brush your teeth. Take care of your teeth. Use the salt water and the baking soda and all the other good stuff that Grandma told you to do, because when you get my age, you're going to wish that you had some teeth that worked. Mine still work, but they're going fast, I'll tell you. I've been looking at Facebook all day. All of my authors out there, gotta love them. All of my romance authors, gotta love them. Erotica, romance, and erotica. More and more and more and more and more. I don't know if it's a fad that nobody's talking about what really counts in the world, or if I just got hung with a whole bunch of authors who write romance and erotica and who just really don't give a damn. I think it's a little bit of both. You know, before I left Facebook last time, I had 5,000 friends plus, and I had a good mixture of people that talked about a little bit of everything. Don't pick your nose on the air. That's not a good thing to do. But, you know, talked about a little bit of everything. Very diverse group of people. And now it seems I'm trapped in author romantic hell. So I don't know what to do about that. Maybe you all have some suggestions for me of how to get out of this deal and find some compatible friends who like to deal with the real world issues, things that concern our children, things that concern our earth, our future, things that are going on in South Africa, in Uganda, in Ukraine even, things that are happening in Europe, all of the murders and mayhem and chaos in South Africa that's going to affect and has affected and will affect us, the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, Ebola. You know, I've been talking to several doctors who are afraid that Ebola might be airborne. The numbers are staggering there in South Africa. The numbers are staggering. Of the folks that are infected and those that have already died. It's unbelievable. I believe it's only a matter of time. I don't see how we could possibly get by without this coming to the United States. I just don't see how we could contain this with the situation they've got going on now with the CDC. What little I know about infectious diseases and things, they're not containing this thing very well. They're not doing a very good job at setting up these special operations. They have set up some special camps. The United States military, along with Germany, are going to be providing troops to go over there and work with these folks and try to contain them, take them away from their families and quarantine them in these camps, if you will. I don't want to see that happen here in the U.S., but I'm very afraid that it's going to happen. I'm very afraid that it's going to happen. Not a matter of if, but when it happens. You know that we've got a pretty strong team around the world Got a pretty tough team. Small, but effective. We get some of the top information here that very few have, and those that even do don't understand, and those that do understand really don't have a way to get the information out there. And that's one of our problems, is Facebook is not the place to be when you're trying to talk about international issues, especially when you mean business. If you're just goofing around, pissing your time away, and you've got nothing better to do except post of other people's posts, then so be it. But we do a lot more than that. A lot more. We're very serious about what we do here. Very, very serious about what we do here. And we can only do what we can do, you know. We can only do what we can do with what we have to do with. And that's not very much. You know, I wish alternative radio during my lifetime would turn into mainstream radio, in the sense that people would respect it and listen to it and connect with it across the world as they connect with the mainstream media, which is completely state-owned. All over the world, the globalists own and control all of the media. So they feed you what they want you to eat, and you love it. You lap it up. We feed you the things that are usually just the opposite of what the mainstream media tells you. And a few people have said recently on Facebook, erase everything that you've ever thought or learned or believed or witnessed or been involved with or educated toward. Get rid of it. Erase it. Take a fresh new look at the world. Take a fresh new look at everything. And that's really difficult to do. It's very, very, very hard to do. Even for some of my closest. You say, yeah, I get it, but you really don't get it. You say, oh, yeah, I understand, but you really don't understand. The brain is like a sponge. It absorbs all of this bullshit from the time you're born, and by the time you get 20 years old, you're pretty much set in stone as to what you're going to believe or not believe, do or not do. And that's a bad thing. This isn't being talked about enough to any great degree to make any major changes that might affect everyone in the United States, at least. We're not having this discussion because there's so many damn know-it-alls out here. Everybody knows everything. You know, I'll be the first one to admit I don't know everything, but I know a hell of a lot. And I also know I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and a lot of bad choices. And really, that's more of what I'm here for, is to tell you how not to make those same bad decisions. Tell you how not to make those same bad, rotten choices. So I do have experience at falling on my face. I do have experience of falling flat on my ass. Hardcore experience over and over and over again. So I do have a right to be here, and I do have a right to be talking to you kids. You boys and girls who think you're adults, and you adults who are adults. Life is tough. The United States is falling. It's falling apart. Someone just said to me earlier, KD, you're just putting out fear porn. Don't worry about the CDC. It's all a big lie. Nobody's got Ebola. Nobody's getting sick. It's an illusion. It's a dream. You know, this is what the New Age bunch is trying to put out there. This is what the New Agers are teaching our young people. Bullshit. Complete bullshit. We are at war not only with those in the Middle East, if in fact there are any real terrorists, we're also at war with our own government. this tyrannical government that is extorting money out of each and every one of you. Taxes, they call it tax. They tax you. They tax the hell out of you, and they spend the money on whatever the hell they want to, and then they give you what's left over, maybe, and they might let you eat, have some fun, go to Six Flags, go to Disney World, whatever. They might even teach you how to buy houses you can't afford, cars and trucks you can't pay for. They might even teach you how to run your credit cards up to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 and not ever be able to pay them off and leave the debt with your children. Oh, you say they've already done that. I have friends up here paying $1,500 a month for a house, plus electric bill, plus this, plus that. $2,700 a month to live in a house for one person, two persons. It's insane. Totally insane. But I do like this YouTube, and I want to thank Mary, my producer, my best friend, again, for turning me on to this fantastic little trinket piece of technology here. You know, I'm looking at, you get a profile of me there. I'm looking at Facebook here. Watch out, zombies. New weapon for zombie apocalypse. The gunslinger puts silencer on his shotgun. You know, welcome to Facebook, the place where people add you as a friend and walk past you in the street, where relationships are perfect, affairs are started, and liars believe they are telling the truth. Your enemies visit your profile the most, yet your enemies visit your profile the most. Your enemies visit your profile the most, yet your friends and family block you. And even though you write what you are really thinking, someone always takes it the wrong way, and people always think your status is about them. Boy, is this not the truth. I tell you, this is the truth. This happens to me a lot. I know it happens to y'all. And then people are playing games. You know, they're inviting you to play Farmville and this and that and the other. And it's just over and over and over. It gets worse and worse and worse. And all this New Age bullshit on here. Infinite love, dearest darling. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love all of you so much. I love, I love, I love, I love, I love, I love, I love. What the hell? That's good to love. It's good to love. But it just goes on, and the shit gets deeper and deeper. If you look on this thing, I'm not seeing anything meaningful on my side here. You all might be seeing something meaningful, because we all have a different experience. We all have a different idea of what meaningful is, but I'm not seeing anything meaningful that's going to save the children in this hell on earth that we have created here and are creating and have created. Everything looks hunky-dory here. Everything looks normal. You look outside here in the United States, and everything looks just pretty normal, unless you live in the hood. Unless you live in the deepest, darkest projects where people are shooting each other in the streets and selling drugs in front of your house and prostituting themselves and robbing, raping, maiming, murdering. Those poor kids that grow up in the projects in the hood without any hope to get out. Should we be pulling them out? I don't know. Why aren't we pulling them out? I don't know. You know, is it up to us to tell people how to live? And then we have this thing, anarchy against democracy. Will anarchy work? I think we need anarchy. I think we need to try anarchy. Most of you think anarchists are violent, mean, crazed people who believe in no rule of order whatsoever and no leadership whatsoever. That's far from the truth. Anarchists, true anarchists, are not like that at all. But we'll talk about that on another video. Until next time, you all take care. This is Davenport. I've got a lot on my mind, a lot coming, so get ready. Bye-bye.